Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look at some of these coins, shall we? We'll have a look at a handful of altcoins and Bitcoin, and I'm just going to take a little bit of a breather from the 24 hours of fearless trading on Chainlink that I've been doing on Bityard. There's some epic profits been made. Obviously, it's been pretty clear downtrend on that, and like I say, with no fees involved as well, so you can't go wrong with that. Every Friday, by the way, just get yourself signed up. There's a link at the bottom. Anyway, let's have a look at Bitcoin first. So Bitcoin, this is a 15-minute chat. I'm going to get off that for now. I'm just obviously I've been day trading. So let's have a look at the situation we have here. So, currently sort of finding ourselves a previous top around this level. That's fine, and that's to be expected. Coming down now to the lower ranges beneath the centre of the Bollinger Band on the 4-hourly, and finding support what would appear on the second candle body here, candlestick on the 50 exponential. So I think this is likely to take another drip down and then another bounce back up. Let's have a look at the daily, where we've got a bit more of a clear understanding of what's been going on here. So riding up the 10 exponential all the way up to the top, coming down to test it once, coming down to test it twice. But if this were to break down, we do have this trend line that comes in just above 12,800, where we should bounce from as well. Now if we don't bounce from there, then it will get nasty, but for the moment we're above there. We're above all major moving averages. In fact, the moving averages are in a very nice spread, looking like it actually wants to make continuation. So I wouldn't be surprised if, yes, we do have another stab down, but I think overall we're looking to try to take out these highs again. So, and I think what we're seeing now in the whole crypto sphere is, yes, altcoins are being completely wrecked. Dominance is rising fast, and there's a lot of money getting put into Bitcoin, but I do think that there will be a large pullback. So it might be wise to be careful, because if you can see what's been going on with the altcoins, that there's no reason why that wouldn't happen to Bitcoin. I mean, it could, and it has in the past. But for the moment, everything's looking okay for Bitcoin for another test to these higher ranges, at least to get back up to this. I'll just get rid of these because I was making formations last night. So what we see here is we see a candle body with a wick, candle body in the red with a wick. Now we see a wick to the level of the candle body, and a second wick to the level of the candle body, more or less. So what this is telling me is that there's a range here, as a resistance range, which is relatively strong, and if we were to break above these levels, or get our way into these levels and out at the top, there will be a blow off top moment. Now when we look at the indicators here, there's plenty of room to move on all of these. Bullish MACD, even though there's a slight sort of turn back. The RSI is cooling off, but it's not bearish or anything. It's cooling off. Money flow index has got plenty of room to move. Moving averages are all spread quite nicely, so there's definitely room to move on Bitcoin. But this area here is definitely resistance, and that begins at around about 13,640, we'll call it. So yeah, I would not be surprised to see a test into there and maybe a break into there. And if we were to break above the top side of the range, and we're talking 13,900, we'll call it, then there will be continuation, and it will be relatively strong. But then that would be a blow off top moment. So who knows how high that would go? I imagine it would go quite high. Probably launching even maybe $1,000 or $2,000, and that wouldn't surprise me in any way at all. And when you look at the size of that little blue box in comparison to some of these moves, that's nothing. And if we measure out what the price would be in the equivalent of like a 5% move, 5% move would take it to 14,600. 10% move would take it to 15,362. So you can see that, you know, percentage-wise, it's an enormous amount of gains. So it's worth putting that into consideration, that at this point now, you know, the high numbers, you know, can take place. Let's have a look at some of these boys then, shall we? So we've got to have a look at Chainlink, because this is the one that we've been trading, or I've been trading. I know a lot of you have been doing the Bityard, taking advantage of the offers on Bityard. So we should have profited on this one, because on the Telegram I was saying that yes, there is a downtrend provided we're beneath $11.70, and yeah, I mean the downtrend has continued since we retested that level, and basically has continued down. So this is basically what I've been doing. I've been shorting it and buying it back, shorting it, buying it back, shorting it, but mostly it's down pressure. I'm having a little bit of a breather now, because I have been doing a lot of trading throughout the evening and the night last night, so that's why I'm making this video. But yeah, some decent money to be made, and it's so easy to make money when there's no fees, because you don't have to worry about making up those fees. So where is this going from here? This is the big question. So we'll get off the 15-minute chart. We're not day trading this now. The 4 hourly suggests that we've hit this area now. This trend level here. This would be a likely place for it to bounce. Doesn't mean it will bounce. And if it broke down from here, it would be very nasty, in fact, and I'd probably look at seeing this level here being bounced from this level here. But there is an upwards trend of support here, and this is where we're testing it. And you know, we have to take that on the chin. We have to accept that is at the moment a range to play within. Now we've got a channel that we're a rising channel, and rising channels, I should say, often break to the down, so this could be the moment that it breaks to the down. But if it's not, then we go back up again, and if we were to go back up from this level here all the way to the top there, there'd be a 24% increase, taking us to a level of at roughly, if it were to happen today, it'd be $13.31. So at the moment, this is one of the main reasons I'm cooling off the trading for the moment, for this very second, because I want to see if this breaks down or not. And if it does break down, then yeah, we'll be seeing these levels here, which coincides with the bottom of the Bollinger Band here and these two candle bodies. So again, that would be around about just below $10. We're talking $9.90. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of a breather, see if this channel remains, and if it does remain, then there'll be hopefully some nice move to the up. There is, of course, we are still trading within that Ichimoku cloud, but that aside, we'll see how it goes. But again, there is always the chance that this breaks to the down. Rising channels most often do break to the down, so is this the moment where it does do that? Let's have a look at XRP. So we've been enjoying XRP as well. Obviously, I've been doing some shorts on XRP as well. Let's get off the 15-minute chart. What's going on with XRP? So on my previous videos, I've been saying that we're looking to test areas of 22 cent. We've got this area here, which is not yet been tested a second time, but we did test it down here. It used to be a support, and now it used to be resistance. Sorry, and now it hopefully has become support. Definitely support here, but it's downwards facing, and it's relatively steep. Now we do have a death cross taking place here on the 4 hourly, so I think we're going to have a continuation down, and that would bring us down to hopefully our buyback level around about 22 cent. That's our first opportunity to buy it back. That's my plan, to be buying it back and going long at 22 cent. Don't expect any kind of move up at the moment, especially with these kind of moves on the indicators here. I think the direction is certainly going to be down for the time being until we get to 22 cent, and then maybe we'll see a reasonable bounce from there. And again, this might be the lowest it'll ever go. Who knows? Who knows? Because a lot of this depends on Bitcoin holding its value. If Bitcoin decides to fall from the sky, alts will get punished massively. You'll be seeing levels for some of these alts like you saw in March, or close to it, and they're getting there already. To be honest with you, they're definitely getting there. But at the moment, we just have to work these things out level by level, and the current level is getting broken to the down for most of these at the moment. Matic, well, approaching my first buy-in target, which is 1.2 cent. The reason I say that is because historically 1.2 cent has been a decent area for bounces. So if we're looking at this on the daily, we see over here we had this accumulation phase where we were buying a lot of it between 1 cent and 1.2 cents. So we see here 1 cent and generally accumulating around 1.2 cents. So this area can be a decent range to trade in, but not with these kind of indicators. Death cross here, falling out of the sky. So I would leave this one the hell alone. We'll see what happens at 1.2 cent, but I'm not going to rush in and buy it. I want to see if it takes itself down to 1 cent and see how it reacts to 1 cent. Again, if we do get to 1 cent, yeah, there should be some little moves around like we've had in the past, but with these kind of indicators, there's no reason to say that we're going to make new lows, because we did, in March, break down all the way down to 0.006 cents. So this could be a different Matic style chart that we'll be looking at now. No reason to say that it's going to pump at the moment. No reason at all. We've got death crosses on the daily. We'll have death crosses on all time frames. So we'll see what it looks like when we reach 1.2 cent to 1 cent. And if those levels break, I'd leave it the hell alone, because the only thing I would say would be to wait till it comes down to these previous lows. And if it doesn't bounce there, then it's dead. It's definitely dead. Speaking of death, let's have a look at SXP. SXP basically completely just falling straight out of the sky. MACD facing down. RSI technically in oversold territory, but can you really oversell a chart that looks like this? Probably not. Probably not. It looks to me like it wants to make its way down to the 60 into the 60 cent region at the moment. There's nothing. There's nothing trying to push this one back up. It's completely at the mercy of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is showing absolutely no mercy to anybody at the moment. Again, beneath all major moving averages, beneath a massive cloud. I'd just leave this one the hell alone as well. And this one here, interesting. So this is what I would suggest if you're looking to trade in altcoins, all right? Well, what we've been looking at here is several charts. We'll leave XRP alone because that's got its own thing going on. It's not as bad as you might think. But something like Matic, look at that chart. It's a real mess. There's no rhyme or reason to that chart whatsoever. If we have a look at SXP. I mean, we pretty much wouldn't want to trade that, would we? That looks like it just looks terrible. I mean, you'd be trying to catch a knife that could be falling at 500 miles an hour, so I wouldn't try that one either. But if we look at things like Chainlink, that's a chart that you'd be happy to trade in at any point, because the general direction has been up for quite a long time now. So it's going back into where is this? Chart begins in 2019 here, and it's basically just gone up ever since, similar to that of Ren. Yeah, it's had its ups and downs certainly, but generally the chart is trading up generally. So these are the charts that you want to be trading in, and in fact, if you look at them on a general scale, they do look better than Bitcoin's. So Ren looks better than Bitcoin on a long-term time frame. Link looks better than Bitcoin on a long-term time frame. Yes, it doesn't feel like that at the moment because they're falling quite dramatically, but as far as the structure is concerned, they do look better. It's definitely with Link, and I would definitely say also with Ren. So if Ren is going to find a bounce, it should find it around this level here at the 200 exponential moving average here. But again, when we've got moving averages all facing down, there's certainly no death cross taking place here. In fact, we've been playing out a golden cross for a very long time. All the way from back here we've been playing it out. So we'll have to see how this one goes. If this one does break down from here, it could get quite nasty, and then obviously it'll fall right back down into itself. But for the moment, it's a reasonably good looking chart. It looks okay, and I would be tempted to try and pick up some around about 22.5 cent. But it's a matter of catching knives. There's nothing to say that it's going to move up from that point forward. Right, so it's time for me to make a cup of tea and get back into the link trading. Like I say, get yourself set up on Bityard. Every Friday there's free trades on a selected token, and this Friday it's Chainlink. So I'm trying to make the most of that while I've got the opportunity, and next Friday who knows what it'll be. But check out that exchange anyway. It's full of freebies and goodies and giveaways, and it's fully regulated, so you don't have to worry about the rug being pulled from under your feet like some of these other exchanges might have soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy.